How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all having a great day or night whenever you open this video. It's been quite the week with this SSSniperWolf situation here, and it seems our PR teams, both for SSniperWolf and for YouTube in general, after spending a week trying desperately to find the words to fix this situation, have finally given a statement. And as basically everyone predicted, they're going as easy as possible with only a temporary suspension of her monetization. Although they even had cold feet on that one, because it took until people realized that they were only demonetizing the one video that came out on the same day as her doxing. The same one that already had its comments disabled on it, meaning it was effectively dead in the water. Meanwhile, the rest of her channel and the entire backlog with millions and millions of views, that's still completely monetized. In other words, YouTube did jack shit. How shocking, I know. Especially how other YouTubers had to reach out and ask YouTube if their external links policy was still even a thing. Because after this situation, it's fucking hot air at best. But now that we know that they've stated the obvious, let's dive right into SSSniperWolf's apology in quotations. Let me start by saying I am sorry for my recent actions. It is inexcusable. Yet she was trying to make light of the situation as soon as it happened, and it took the PR team more than a week to say that this shit is absolutely unacceptable. But let's continue. I'm sorry to Jax Films. You know what? I'm gonna give her one teeny tiny bit of credit here, because you gotta give it where it's due. At the very least, this apology has the words I'm sorry in it, and it's not in a sarcastic reply, unlike Colleen Ballinger. But let's continue. I'm sorry to Jax Film, YouTube, the entire creator community, and my incredible, that's an overstatement, incredible fans, for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution. There was no conflict resolution at all there. That was escalation. Because as I pointed out in my last video, she had many different avenues in which she could have gotten in contact with him, if talking it out is all she wanted. But instead, she decided to go this route because she thought it would be the easiest way to shut him up. And thank fuck it didn't work. Jax Films, while we certainly don't see eye to eye and have our differences, I am sorry for reacting the way I did when I should have taken the opportunity to show young creators how adults and professionals resolve conflict by communicating directly, respectfully, and privately, not for views or content, but a meaningful example of how conflict should be solved. Again, as I pointed out in my last video, the cards were all in her favor because YouTube's busted-ass system allows her to get away with this type of shit and get paid for it. And in spite of that, she went about this the worst way possible. I will reach out directly and hope we can find some time to connect and communicate. Okay, now she wants to connect with them. Yeah, I think it's a little late for that, unless of course it's in a courtroom, because Jackson has confirmed that he's going to be taking legal action. But more on that later. I will reach out directly and hope we can find some time to connect and communicate respectfully. I'd also like to thank YouTube for holding me accountable. I deserve it, respect the decision, and appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow from a true lapse in judgment.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
Again, one tiny bit of credit of quoting the only good YouTube apology, even if she does it very, very poorly, because this was not a lapse in judgment. This was an active and premeditated decision that she carried out in the hopes of intimidating him, and nothing else. But, you notice a little something about this apology that's missing here. I wonder what it could be. How about the fact that neither her apology nor YouTube's statement on it mentions anything about some deleted videos? I wonder why that could be the case. I mean, surely these videos are just outdated and she just doesn't want them clogging up her channel now. Surely that's all it is, right? Or it was just some kind of misunderstanding, like how she has sus as fuck titles like 14-year-old girl looks for a husband. Surely it's some kind of misunderstanding and she's just reacting to shit like that, right? No, it's just the fact that their PR teams couldn't find any way to excuse pedophilia, because there are none. Because as I'm sure you've all heard the story, SSSniperWolf was found to have a video on her channel for about 10 years as an Omegle trolling compilation or some shit like that, and one of the first clips is her coercing two young boys into twerking for her.
Yeah! Oh yeah! That's awesome! Yeah! Let's get the little guy too. I wanted to see the little guy.
Pretty fucking vile, especially when the mother of the boys comes in and she outright admits they're doing this so that they can get some boobs from her.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Get your mom in here. Let her twerk too. Yeah, your son's doing all this for tits.
And at no point during this process did she think, maybe this is going a little bit too far and this is stepping into some legal boundaries. Same with her posting it and having it up on her channel for the better part of a decade. And it would still be up to this very day had someone not suffered through sifting through her old ass videos. But what's even worse than that is I pretty much predicted that this situation was going to be a whole lot worse when an update came around. When my friend Sanity made a video on this, and I questioned if this has been up for a decade and no one's noticed till now, how many times has this happened off camera? Or what I should have asked is how many more instances of this are there on her channel, and how much worse are they? Well, I didn't have to wait too long because another video surfaced, same Omegle trolling compilation, only this time she got an underage girl to flash her chest. In other words, SSSniperWolf asked for, and received, actual CP.
Fuck, kill me, please.
And before you say, oh, maybe this is some kind of misunderstanding, what evidence is there? The fact that people couldn't even show the image on Twitter should tell you all you need to know. Neither she nor her editors thought to blur it out enough, if at all. And the fact that it was deleted immediately after people found this out should tell you, it's real. It's not AI Wolf doing this shit. It's the actual plastic broad. And YouTube, again, was complicit in this for more than a decade because it made them money. And because she dumped so much brainless content onto the platform that no sane individual would sift through all of it at once to see if it violates any community guidelines. Not even the fuckers that are literally paid to sit on their ass and watch YouTube videos all day. Just thought I'd take this time to remind you that this is the creator of YouTube's dreams right here. Someone who games the system and has committed multiple crimes, some of which are felonies. And the worst they're gonna do when the community gives them evidence of these crimes is give her a little bit of a timeout, give her a little bit of demonetization. It's utterly pathetic, but again, who didn't see this coming? Because YouTube favors her. Everyone should have seen this coming. YouTube is not going to do anything with any of their golden creators until they legally have to. So instead of bitching and begging for them to actually ban her, or up the demonetization all the way to a channel level forever, let's be a little bit more realistic in our expectations and what we can actually do to solve this problem. Because I found it absolutely laughable that there are petitions on change.org to try to get her banned, but not one single suggestion that, hey, maybe we should make a GoFundMe or some other donation suggestions for Jack's films to help him out in his legal battle that he's going to be having. And before anyone hits back with how that's somehow unrealistic, no. Just last year, a channel a fraction of his size named Sid Alpha reached out to his fans to announce that he's having a legal issue with another creator that's trying to sue him for millions. And despite having his own contacts at YouTube and other avenues to sort this out, he still wound up having to go the legal route, and knew that alone this would put him into so much debt it's not even funny, so he reached out to his fans for a little bit of help. And over the course of 2.5 months, they raised somewhere around $30,000 for this case. That way they could pay for the $15,000 lawyer they needed to help them out on this situation, but also every bit of leftover money was going to go to a charity of choice. And the best part of all is the case never even saw the light of day. The judge dismissed all the charges. So with that in mind and this measly $30,000 raised up for this, I wonder how much Jax could raise if he announced that he needed a little bit of help from fans. I know I'd certainly be willing to donate a little bit, because unfortunately this is the route that YouTube always leads people down, where they have to take legal action themselves and they have no support from YouTube whatsoever. And as I said last time, if YouTube's not going to do jack shit about their problems, then the community should chip in to help out and police itself like this. It's unfortunately the route this was always going to go down once SSSniperWolf decided to take this to the nuclear level of including his family and house in this shit. So with that being said, again, good luck to Jack. I hope he's able to throw the book at her for every fucking thing she's done wrong in this situation in particular, but I'm also sure the prosecutor's gonna have a lot of fun with that grooming evidence there. Either way, until there's a substantial update in this situation, this is where I'm gonna leave it off. I definitely want to get back into making fun of shit takes from people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but felt this update was warranted, especially after all the support the last video got, which thank you guys and gals for that, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Either way, it's cool, and until next time, I'll talk to y'all later.
We're just doing our little part to make sure that our products do not aid in harming environments like this one here, where animals live and thrive, and they work. There's an endangered species right there.